I'm Shani Palmer, and this is Wendy Miller. We are a licensed funeral director and embalmers in Knoxville, Tennessee. And we just really have a passion for families and taking care of our community. And we really just want to be more in touch with our community. We just kind of want to talk. We want to talk about real life and things that unfortunately we all will go through as far as in the funeral industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Or in just life in general.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I found myself in this position as a surprise, totally unexpected in my life. I was a respiratory therapist for 25 years, absolutely loved my job. I really loved the education part of it. And so then later I found myself in education. I was teaching health science at the high school level. Really loved that job, loved every day of it. I still miss that, but I'm an only child. I've told you, my mom passed away at the age of 62, and I had been around death my whole life, in the clinical setting, and had had lots of deaths in my family, so it wasn't anything new to me, but planning a funeral was totally something I'd never done. Writing an obituary, deciding what to take to the funeral home, and then not knowing that you could honor your loved one, in a funeral, and then finding out that after, it was heartbreaking, to know that you get one chance to celebrate a life that was well lived, and hers was, and there's no retakes. I'd love to go back, and do it over because she deserved better, I feel like. But, so I think I struggled with it for 3 or 4 years, just the burden that families were carrying, and good grief, too late in life, went back to school to do this, mainly just to help families, and because I don't want them to regret that day.
Yeah.
So that's how I got here.
Yeah. We both have about 8 years in the funeral industry. I really kind of just stumbled into this shadowing at a funeral home, kind of just to see if it might be something that I liked. Love it. Haven't done a thing since then. Went to school. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So we really just both have such a passion for personalization,
Yes.
for making sure that one shot the family has to honor their loved one is perfect.
So,
Yeah.
you and I've seen you can't imagine the ways you can personalize a service. And I think that's some of the things we want to talk about and share with people, because nothing is out of the question. Honestly, we've done a lot,
Yes.
which we look forward to all the other things we're going to come, into play with. But, and I think we've become more comfortable with this the more we've done it.
Right.
This is really popular here in our area now. Families, they want this now, because cookie cutter services, your family member's not a cookie cutter person now. No, they're not. And, some people are, they're, just kind of offset with the term celebration of life. They're like, well, death is nothing to celebrate. It isn't, really. It's a homegoing, it's a good thing for some, but if a life has been well lived, why not make it that service all about them, so that when
Right.
guests and family members come, they're smiling. My favorite thing is when we see, families and friends, they're talking, they can see things we've displayed, either things we have at the funeral home or things that families bring in, and, they'll just smile. Maybe they're crying at the same time, but they're smiling through their tears and, say, oh my word, that's just them.
Yeah.
I couldn't have, told their story any better than
Right.
that's probably the most fulfilling part.
I think so. And it may be kind of a silly term, but a funeral is not for the dead. It is for the living.
Absolutely.
It is for the family. It is for the friends. It's for those memories.
It's so important.
You're not celebrating that they've passed. You're celebrating that they lived, and they lived
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
And they touched so many people. So I just think it's really important. Yeah.
And it's so healing. COVID, I know we'll talk more about this in days to come, but it really has made an impact on people that did not get to have a service.
Yeah.
And that are really struggling with grief now. And so there's so much benefit in it. And you're going to be blown away with some of the things we're going to share with you that we've done. And but anyway.
Yeah, but that's kind of led us to creating what we've called Leaving a Legacy. legacy.
Yes.
So this is something new that we have been working on. We're really, really excited to share it with you. But I mean, we're real people. We just want to have real conversations.
Exactly.
So we'll be sharing some information, answering your questions, sharing some interesting ideas and services that we've done, and just really want to connect with you all.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it. Check back on our social media. We'll be sharing videos very soon.
Yes.
So just come hang out with us.
And we'd love your ideas, things you want to talk about.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
hear about.
If there's anything in mind that you want us to talk about or have questions about, just drop it in the comments.
Right.
We'd love to hear it. And yeah, we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye.